Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Wisdom Tete, and I have the privilege to serve as Vice President, University of Toronto, and Principal of the University of Toronto, Scarborough. On behalf of all our students, faculty, librarians, and faculty, as well as our staff, I want to convey our tremendous gratitude to all of you who have come together today to the groundbreaking of the Scarborough Academy of Medicine and Integrated Health here at the University of Toronto, Scarborough. As we gather at this location, I'm honored to reconfirm our commitment to place and to acknowledge the Indigenous peoples of our region on whose lands the University of Toronto operates across our 3 campuses and other facilities. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island, and we're grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. I would now like to invite Elder Josh Eskakogan, member of the UTSC Elder Circle, to the podium, following which President Merrick Gertler will provide some remarks. Elder Josh.
I'm not as tall as you are there, Nigani. So I'm really appreciative to be able to be part of your new journey of integration and health, which is required for our communities and that. And then in order for us to be able to acknowledge what we need, or we need to request it from our own Indigenous ways of acknowledging the Creator, Mother Earth, that internal fire we all have, and also the 4 winds. And when we say these prayers, it's always about acknowledging what they give us and that. And what's going to be happening with this new facility, there's going to be some new integration health that's going to take place. There's going to be a new movement that's going to take place in that. And that's what I'll be asking for the prayer, is to give us that clarity, balance, and direction. It's very important that we have that clarity where we come from and where we are now and which direction we're going. So in order for us to be able to acknowledge those things, it's always about chimiwech. Chimiwech in my language means thank you, thank you. So you're going to hear me say chimiwech so many times in those directions and that. So it's always about the breath of life in regards for my own self of connecting within my own spirit. So if you want to take your own breath in regards for just to reconnect yourself, you can do so. And then I'll start with my prayer. I'm going to be using the eagle whistle. The eagle whistle is a representation of healing when we do our ceremonies, our sun dance, our rain dance. It's always about the power of the eagle that comes into us when we see it. It's always about that power of spirit within that direction from that eagle and that. So thank you, Creator, for the life you've given me. My name is Josh Eskakogan, and my spirit name is Mishkiki Adzuadenangdendang. I'm from Kwamekong, Manitoulin Island. I honor today in regards to the celebration of our groundbreaking facility that we're creating with U of T. We honor the people that's going to be coming into those doorways in regards for their journey of their own journey to help with the medical field in regards to what they do. So we say cheering wish to you, Creator, for giving us that identity where we come from and our clarity where we're going and the clarity of where we are now. So we say cheering wish to you again, Creator, for giving us that direction of life. We say cheering wish to you, Mother Earth, for letting us walk upon you again. We say cheering wish to you for the healing that you have provided for us in our seasons. We honor the medicines that you provide for us as we grow in our own stage of healing. We say cheering wish to you, Mother Earth, for giving us the medicines and fuel of what we need. I say cheering wish to the fire within, your shkudekad. Shkudekad means your inner fire. I say cheering wish to you for giving us that guidance of our own inner fire how we look after ourselves and how we look after our own loved ones in our environment. I say Chingashu for that direction of the east of the direction of our new beginning, as we honor the school in regards to the medical school that we're creating. It's all about that new beginning from the sun arising. It's also the breath of the Creator when the sun arises. We say Chingashu for that eagle, the Megazet, for teaching us and guiding us through our direction. We say Chingashu for that direction of the south of it teaching us in regards for gentleness, kindness, and forgiveness. We honor those directions of the south for those teachings from the deer, how they are very gentle and very kind in their own way, and how forgiving they are in regards to what they do. I say Chingashu for that direction of the west, the direction of understanding our life path, understanding the direction that we need to do. We honor the ancestors of the direction of the west as passed on to the spirit world for giving us that clarity, balance, and direction, and the tools we need in order to find the general purpose of healing what we do for our communities and our society. I say Chingashu for the black bear in that direction of this territory, for giving us the healing properties that we have. I say Chingashu for that direction of the north, teaching us about the hardships we have in the wintertime, the hardships that we have in regards to finding our own healing, the hardships that we need from the understanding, the strength we need from the white bear of the north. So we ask the white bear of the north to guide us through this whole process of this healing center. And the direction of the north is also the direction of the white wolf to teach us about relationship. The relationship within myself, relationship with all of you. You have your own relationship within your own self and your environment. So acknowledge the white wolf for guiding you to their journey of clarity, balance, and direction. And I honor those 7 grandfather teachings of love, truth, respect, wisdom, honesty, humility, and courage. So I acknowledge every one of you for today in regards for being here. Oh, miigwech, miigwech, miigwech.
Thank you so much, Josh. Chimigwech. I want to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon. Let me offer a special warm welcome to 2 key leaders in the Provincial Cabinet who are with us here today, the Honorable Sylvia Jones, Deputy Premier and Minister of Health, and the Honorable Jill Dunlop, Minister of Colleges and Universities. Welcome, ministers. This is an historic day as we celebrate the start of construction of a wonderful new landmark here at U of T Scarborough. It's also a very hopeful day for the people of the eastern part of the Toronto region as we look ahead to the impact of the Scarborough Academy of Medicine and Integrated Health. SAMIH will address a critical shortage. It will educate healthcare professionals in the region and for the region, improving access to care for the people who live here. It will also foster innovative research. And this exciting new building will be an essential part of making all of that happen. SAMIH will be a hub of world-class expertise and resources from across U of T, including the Temerty Faculty of Medicine, the Lawrence S. Bloomberg Faculty of Nursing, and the Leslie Dan Faculty of Pharmacy, as well as U of T Scarborough. It will feature 3 clinics, including a discovery pharmacy that will provide pharmacy services to the campus community. It will also feature technology-enhanced classrooms and state-of-the-art labs. And all of these elements will be integrated into a beautiful physical space designed to spark learning and collaboration. SAMIH will also strengthen ties between U of T and partner hospitals in the Toronto Academic Health Science Network, such as Scarborough Health Network and Michael Garron Hospital, as well as other partners in the region, including Lakeridge Health and Ontario Shores Centre for Mental Health Sciences. This vital new hub will draw talented students directly from Scarborough and the Eastern GTA. We expect that many of them will come from underserved neighborhoods and equity-deserving groups. And we know, based on the successful model of our Mississauga Academy of Medicine, that most of them will stay and practice right here in the region after they graduate. The result will be a whole new generation of healthcare professionals who reflect the very communities they serve. One of the most important roles that universities play is to help shape their cities, to strengthen local communities, to enhance health and well-being, and to create economic opportunity. Well, this kind of contribution is not made in isolation. And so on behalf of the entire University of Toronto, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone engaged in this incredible vision. I want to thank the Government of Ontario, including Premier Ford, Deputy Premier Jones, and Minister Dunlop for their leadership in building a new future for healthcare in the province and for enabling us to educate more doctors, nurse practitioners, and other healthcare professionals right here. I would also like to express our deep gratitude to Orlando Corporation for their pivotal gift of $25 million to help realize our vision of equitable, integrated, and compassionate healthcare here in the eastern part of the Toronto region. Let me also thank all those responsible for the design and the construction of the building that will soon rise on this site. Architects Diamond Schmidt and MVRDV, construction firm Ellis Dawn, and the U of T project team. Now, public funding for SAMIH is part of the Government of Ontario's plan to increase the number of healthcare professionals across the province and to build a stronger, more resilient healthcare system for the people of Ontario. To tell us more about this wise and important investment, I am truly delighted to turn the podium over to the Deputy Premier and Minister of Health, the Honourable Sylvia Jones.
Well, thank you, Merritt. I have to say, I kind of chuckled when we're at the groundbreaking and we already have a short form, CAMIH, or SAMIH. I love it. Thank you. On behalf of Premier Ford, it is indeed wonderful to be able to be here today in Scarborough for this historic day, alongside my friend and colleague, Minister Jill Dunlop, and of course, our Scarborough MPPs, Dave Smith, Aris Babikian, and Associate Minister Vijay Thanagasiam. We are, of course, here to celebrate with you the new Scarborough Academy of Medicine and Integrated Health, SAMIH. Thank you to the University of Toronto and all the other partners involved in this important project for helping to grow our healthcare workforce. And to Orlando Corporation, thank you for your generosity. If you'd be welcome, you are welcome at any other announcement I make on health funding in the province of Ontario. Under the leadership of Premier Ford, our government has been making record investments in healthcare, an additional $16 billion since 2018. And through our Your Health plan, we have launched earlier this year, our government is building a healthcare system that puts people at its heart, making it easier to connect to more convenient care closer to home. Investing in medical school education and training is a critical part of our plan. In partnership with Minister Dunlop, we're growing our healthcare workforce through the largest medical school expansion in the province's history. And that, of course, includes 2 new medical schools. And adding undergraduate and residency positions at every medical school across Ontario, including 30 additional undergraduate seats, 40 additional postgraduate positions, as well as funding for life science and physical therapy programs at the new Scarborough Academy of Medicine and Integrated Health. Supporting this new facility is a key part of our plan to grow our healthcare workforce, to ensure Ontarians have access to high-quality care in their communities where and when they need it. Thank you for your participation and commitment to this project, and stay well. And I would like to now invite Wisdom Tete to say a few words.
Gotta move it back. Don't read any more into it than just pragmatics, right? Yeah. So thank you, Minister Jones. We know that this investment in support of healthcare infrastructure and health human resources in the Eastern GTA is the cornerstone of your government's plan to address currently underserved communities across our across our communities. So thank you. On behalf of all of us here at the University of Toronto, I also want to say thank you to Minister Dunlop for your support in enabling SAMIH to educate a diverse and inclusive group of healthcare professionals who would facilitate access to high quality, equitable care in our region. We also acknowledge the support of our provincial and municipal representatives who are here today. Mr. Vijay Tanigasalam, MPP for Scarborough Rouge Park, Ms. Andrea Hazel, MPP Scarborough Gilwood, Mr. Adris Babikian, MPP Scarborough Agincourt, MPP David Smith, Scarborough Center. We also recognize and acknowledge the presence of Dr. Jennifer McKelvey, Councillor for Scarborough Rouge Park, and Deputy Mayor, as well as Mr. Jamal Myers, Councillor at Scarborough North. Thank you all for joining us on this memorable occasion. The Scarborough Academy of Medicine and Integrated Health is a remarkable testament to the commitment, shared vision, and collaboration among key academic divisions at the University of Toronto. Under the leadership of Patricia Houston, Interim Dean, the Dean of the Faculty of Nursing, Linda Johnston, Micheline Piquette-Miller, Acting Dean, and Lisa Dolovich, Dean of the Leslie Dunn Faculty of Pharmacy. Thank you all for your visionary leadership. Now, on occasions like this, it's important to recognize that others have come before us and laid the foundation on which we're building. So I want to use this occasion to acknowledge Trevor Young, outgoing Dean of the Trinity Faculty of Medicine and Vice Provost, Relations with Healthcare Institutions, as well as my predecessor, Professor Bruce Keat, for their tremendous effort in support of SAMIH. Thank you all. This initiative also owes a lot to the invaluable contributions of local hospitals, sector and anchor institution partners, and community organizations, all of whom have united in support of this marvelous facility here in our region to ensure that the benefits and the collective betterment of our region is something that is front and center for all of us. Now, accessible and equitable healthcare for everyone is a prerequisite for building strong and flourishing communities, and that is what SAMIH represents. Slated to open in 2026, the Academy is firmly anchored in our institution's commitment to inspiring inclusive excellence. It distinguished itself through an intentional and unwavering dedication to building an inclusive community of talented learners and practitioners who will serve in our diverse communities. In addition to benefiting from co-location and an integrated and interprofessional approach to educating future professionals, learners will be immersed in local hospitals, primary care centers, and community agencies, actively contributing to and eventually staying and working in our underserved region to help address its pressing healthcare needs way into the future. In partnership with our Institute for Inclusive Health and Wellbeing, SAMIH will facilitate the pursuit and application of innovative scholarship that has local impact and global significance. We look forward to working together with all partners to advance our shared vision of building sustainable, resilient, and thriving communities in our region, our province, our country, and the world through equitable and inclusive health. The generous gift of Orlando Corporation has already propelled us on the journey towards realization of this vision. It is with deep appreciation that we acknowledge Orlando's pivotal role in being the lead benefactor to the SAMIH initiative. Thank you once again. It is now my honor to invite Mr. Blair Woke, President, Orlando Corporation, to say a few words. Subsequently, we'll have the privilege to hear from my esteemed colleagues, Patricia Houston, Temerity Faculty of Medicine, and Linda Johnson from the Lawrence S. Bloomberg Faculty of Nursing. Thank you.
Thank you, Wisdom. SAMIH, I struggled with that name for so long, so I'm so glad it seems to be a theme. SAMIH is much easier than the full-on name. Thank you for that. So good afternoon, distinguished guests, esteemed government officials, and fellow supporters of this medical academy. I am truly honored to stand before you today, representing Orlando Corporation, on this momentous occasion. As we gather here, we witness the start of a new chapter in medical education and healthcare in Scarborough that will have a profound impact on future generations. Today, we celebrate the start of construction of a new building, but we're also building on a vision for the future. This community deserves access to top-notch healthcare and a pipeline of dedicated, well-trained healthcare and life sciences professionals. And it starts with facilities like this one that we're building here. This facility will serve as a beacon of knowledge. It's not just about the bricks and mortar, it's about the transformative impact this medical academy will have on this community. It's about addressing healthcare disparities and increasing clinical capacity for residents of Scarborough and the Eastern GTA. It will also be a hub for collaboration with local healthcare providers, government agencies, and the community. This academy is not just about educating future doctors and other healthcare professionals. It's about improving the health and well-being of our entire community. I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to the provincial and municipal representatives, some of whom are here today, many of whom are here today, who have provided their support for this project. Your partnership and the commitment to advancing healthcare are integral to the success of this endeavor. Together, we are shaping a brighter future for healthcare in this diverse and vibrant community. As a lead donor, we are privileged to participate in this vision. I've seen firsthand the dedication of staff and faculty at the University of Toronto, Scarborough campus, and the Medical Academy, and I have the utmost confidence that they will make the most of this opportunity. I encourage all of you to join me in supporting the ongoing work of this institution, be it through financial contributions or simply by being advocates for the transformative work that will happen here. In closing, this building for the Scarborough Academy Medicine Integrated Health, SAMIH, much easier to say that, at the University of Toronto, the Scarborough campus, is more than just the walls that will encompass it. It is a testament to our collective belief in the power of medical education to change lives. It symbolizes our shared commitment to a healthier and brighter future for the wonderfully diverse community of Scarborough and the surrounding area. Together, we are laying the foundation for medical excellence, and I can't wait to see the extraordinary achievements that will emanate from this institution. Congratulations to the University of Toronto on this momentous occasion, and let's all celebrate this historic milestone together.
So back down it comes. Small but mighty. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Patricia Houston. I'm the interim dean of the Temerity Faculty of Medicine. Thank you very much, Blair, for your wonderful words and, more importantly, for the extraordinary contribution that Orlando has given to this important initiative. I'm grateful not just for your financial support, but for the vision and your commitment to what we are doing together. As has been spoken to already, there is a direct link between the students we educate in our classrooms and the physicians, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, physical therapists, and other health professionals available to care for communities. We're preparing that professional health workforce for the future. They will provide greater access to care, reduce wait times, and create and sustain healthier communities. And we know, because we've learned this already, that where you train students impacts where they practice. Just over a decade ago, we launched Temerity Medicine's Mississauga Academy of Medicine in Peel Region, and we saw the number of specialists practicing in the former Mississauga-Halton Local Health Integration Network, and that's almost as bad as the Scarborough Academy of Medicine and Integrated Health. But anyways, the number of specialists in that region grew by 154% over this past decade. And in Northern Ontario, where the Northern Ontario School of Medicine has opened, 94% of their MD and postgraduate residents continue to practice in Northern Ontario. And a third of those work in rural, remote communities. In comparison, only 5% of new physicians recruited to Northern Ontario are from other schools. So what we have learned is if you build it, they will come and they will stay. Location matters. So we also all know that there's a considerable need to improve access to healthcare in Scarborough. Currently, the Scarborough area has the second lowest number of family physicians per capita in Ontario and the third lowest number of specialists. Embracing the promise of this new building and SAMIH is not just essential, it is an imperative. The Toronto Academic Health Science Network has already been spoken to as well. That is the collaborative set of 14 hospitals that provide the learning opportunities to our students, that allows them to gain and practice their skills and see the value of team-based healthcare in action. TASN is also a hub for research and innovation, for producing new knowledge, new solutions, new approaches that advance healthcare and improve pathways, processes, and treatments for our patients. Because we can't just keep doing what we've done in the past. We have to do better. Together, the University of Toronto and our hospital partners are preparing that next generation of health professionals who will be better able to integrate care, to utilize the latest technology and knowledge, and to better meet the needs of our communities, importantly, our aging communities that require more complex care. So we couldn't do this alone. There are many partners, but I'd like to particularly thank the Orlando Corporation and Ministers Jones and Dunlop that are here today for embracing this vision and supporting us to make the future better. Thank you very much. So I would now like to welcome my friend, colleague, and also professor, Linda Johnson, Dean of the Lawrence S. Bloomberg Faculty of Nursing, to say a few words.
Thank you, Patricia, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm very proud to be the Dean of one of the first schools of nursing in Canada and one of the top schools of nursing in the world. As you'll have heard from my colleagues, SAMIH is ripe with potential and provides a tremendous opportunity to improve healthcare access and impact the lives of community members in Scarborough and the Eastern GTA. Part of that impact will be led by students in our nurse practitioner program, who will undertake aspects of their academic programming and their clinical skills development here at SAMIH, with placements at hospital partners in the region, and upon graduating, they will work here in Scarborough. Nurse practitioners are integral to our healthcare system. They are legislated to provide care autonomously for patients, and in Scarborough, where there has been a historic lack of adequate care coverage and a high percentage of the community remains without a family physician, nurse practitioners can help fill that gap in providing immediate and accessible care. As part of SAMIH, 30 of our NP students will be learning and working in Scarborough each year, including within the new clinic that will allow our NP students to provide direct care to the Scarborough and UTSC community under the supervision of practicing NPs and physicians. Together, we are creating a new vision for the healthcare system in the Eastern GTA. SAMIH will provide an environment in which evidence-based collaborative care is taught and practiced as it was originally intended, with health professions coming together in one easily accessible location to address gaps in primary care for an underserved population and to build a foundation for interprofessional health education. I want to share with you briefly a story about one of our current nurse practitioner students, Narusha Jeebanesan. Narusha is a proud graduate of UTSC, where she completed her Honours and Bachelors of Science. She then came to Bloomberg Nursing to complete not one, not two, but for some curious reason, 3 of her nursing-related degrees. She is currently an advanced practice nurse in Scarborough at the Scarborough Centre for Healthy Communities. Narusha has told us that for her, returning to Scarborough as a healthcare provider has been incredible because she's able to provide care in the very community where her educational journey began. As an advanced practice nurse in the Scarborough Palliative Care Community team, she feels a profound connection to the community in which she received invaluable education, training, and mentorship. And she's looking forward to beginning her career as a nurse practitioner while continuing to give back to the deserving residents of Scarborough. Narusha is but one example of the leadership and commitment shown by our nurses and healthcare providers to grow and expand access to equitable, timely, and efficient healthcare in Scarborough. Today, as we break ground on SAMIH, I, for one, am looking to the future of healthcare with hope and a renewed sense of optimism. Though we are just at the very beginning, we are on a powerful trajectory towards reshaping the healthcare system in the service of all Ontarians. I would like to now invite my colleague, Anna Kennedy, Chair of the University Toronto Governing Council, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dean Johnson. On behalf of the Governing Council of the University of Toronto, I'm honored to be with you here today. A dynamic learning space can make all the difference in education, especially when you're attracting the best and the brightest students. The building we are breaking ground on today is an example of one such space. Many of the students who will fill its hallways will go on to become top healthcare leaders in their fields. The future of SAMIH will enable us to train healthcare professionals, inspire great work, spark collaboration, and transform communities all around us. The ground we're standing on will soon be a vibrant, active hub for education, weaving together world-class expertise and resources from across the University of Toronto, attracting students from the neighborhoods throughout Scarborough and the surrounding region. SAMIH will educate a new generation of healthcare professionals who will help support the broader goal of ensuring that the Eastern GTA receives the equitable health care that it needs. And it will provide social and economic impacts for Scarborough and the Eastern GTA. I want to echo what others have said and reiterate our thanks to the Orlando Corporation. Your visionary generosity is helping make possible a building to house the first medical academy of its kind in Scarborough, and will help fill a critical shortage in healthcare professionals in the Eastern GTA. The impact of your gift will ripple out for generations to come. Please join me in an applause to thank the Orlando Corporation. I also want to reaffirm our thanks to the Government of Ontario. Your leadership has helped us get here today to break ground on an exciting new space for healthcare education in the Eastern GTA. Please join me in applauding our Government of Ontario. And now it's my pleasure to invite the members of the platform party here on stage to take part in the official groundbreaking. Thank you, everyone. In closing, I want to express how excited and proud I am to be part of this historic day. The potential of this building is unlimited. A dynamic concentration of talent and expertise here at the gateway of U of T Scarborough will create a new generation of future health leaders of who will remain in the region, ensuring that the surrounding neighborhoods and communities get the health care that they need. The benefits of that future will be enormous, and that future starts today. Thank you for attending. I now invite you to join us for refreshments to celebrate this important day. Thank you.